Hey everyone, this is Luke, just checking in beforehand just to let you know we had a lot more issues than I thought that we were going to have on this episode. This was our first episode recording live whilst streaming and over the internet with each other, so if you could please stand by and deal with the weird clicks and the fact that I had my input on the wrong input and I'm echoey as heck. Please enjoy the episode. I promise we'll be back soon with some real content.
Pre-recorded
And we're
in a
silent waiting for the
guest
audio.
room filled with tall ales and taller tales. Join a group of grown men intent on discussing the intricacies of fantasy and science fiction. Tim Gilbert Media presents Dungeons and Dweebs!
Hey!
I thought you go battle axe. Got it right to the back of her rod. Hello, all you sci-fi boys and girls and anthropomorphic globs of goo held together in the meniscus of the unshowered particles of our common world quarantine. This is the Dungeons and Dweebs podcast coming at you from our own respective domicile. But have no fear, your old Uncle Clob and the D&Dweebs gang is here for you from under our own stay-at-home orders from the new report. We're all scruffy distance learning nerf herders now. Across the ether from me is Luke. Luke, how are you doing in solitary lockdown, my friend?
Thank you. I'm actually kind of losing my mind. I haven't even been on actual lockdown that long. Just basically since last Tuesday. All of you out there who have been at this since it started a month or so ago, my heart goes out to you. I don't know how you are surviving this. But hey, the D&Dweebs crew is here today. Live on Twitch. This will also be going out in podcast form once I get it all.
Twitch?
Huh?
With a Twitch.
With a Twitch. So the audio is going to be a little funky, but hey, we're here.
We do exist. We want to follow those orders, though.
Yeah. So we're going to be here giving you guys a little bit of a extended Tavern Talk update. So on the stream, his screen's right above mine. It's Neil.
Oh, on mine, I'm right below you, so it's a little different. Sorry about that. Oh, hi, Internet. As some of you already know, I am the least favorite fourth chair, so I'm kind of surprised that I get to talk third.
So unfavored, I moved you to third.
Oh, look at that.
I will share the picture where someone labeled me in our Discord chat as the least favorite fourth chair. Yes, it was.
He has evidence.
And sometimes, if you notice in the bottom there, a tail was wagging because my dog can't stand not being apart and will occasionally sneak into the shot.
As will mine.
So she will sneak in occasionally during this time. Yeah, hi. But since we have so many other chairs, Paul, take it away in the new chair 4.
Hello and welcome. It is your favorite 4 chair, apparently. I'm going to take that claim. Actually, let's be honest. Raven, the dog, wins all of our affection.
She's taken over.
Yeah, she's taken over. We don't actually care. Yeah, so I'm done. That's a dog. I'm happy. There's a dog hanging out. That makes me happy. No, it is a little crazy being in quarantine. Thankfully, I've been able to get outside. When in doubt, go outside to survive this quarantine. Even us nerds have to embrace the sunshine every once in a while.
And we actually should point out here that we are under the stay-at-home orders in the state we live in. None of us are actually sick and in quarantine.
Correct.
Well, that's true.
It's more fun this way to say it, though.
Although that may be where Bob is. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
So yeah, we should probably point out that we had this all set up for this time period, and then we got a text from Bob saying, "I'm having some issues. Carry on." So here we are carrying on.
My guess.
We did not get a text. You got a text because he liked you more than the rest of us.
At 7:05 p.m.
Point that
out. My guess is his house. He just bought a new house, so I'm guessing it has something to do with the house where he's trying to work on it, and it's not working out at the moment in time. So.
Well, and again, as he talks about on the show and stuff too, he's at stay-at-home right now with a wife and 2 little kids.
You mean that keeps you busy? A wife and 2 kids? No, that can't keep you busy at all, right?
The guy who was gaming right up until we got on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, right.
I'm stuck at home. Yeah.
Jeez.
Already did my run, so I'm fine.
Yeah,
Well,
hey,
I've got a glass of Otic springtime lemonade going on. As Luke said, we are doing just kind of an extended little tavern talk here, maybe a shorter little tavern talk, depending on what we all have to talk about. But it has been a while since we've been in and out doing this. And so, are we going to go straight into it, Luke? Or are you doing
let's go straight. I mean, that's
audio?
pretty much all this episode is. So I wasn't gonna get the
Tavern Talk.
There we go.
Kicked off properly. I guess I usually start things off on the Tavern Talk end of this, but I know you guys had done a quick little update video as to what's going on with us, where we're not making content. The first hitch in that giddy up was I moved. All of us used to live and work together. Not live together, live in the same area, and we worked
pretty much.
A couple of you did live together, though.
Actually,
That's
yeah.
true. Paul and I were roommates. On and off.
Yeah, we were roommates for a while.
Yeah, not even like a small move. I up and moved about 230 miles for a new job that lasted almost exactly 2 months before I got laid off due to all this. And that's also kind of why this is also bare behind me. Look, I put Dweebs or Dungeons and Dragons books on my bed.
Nice.
That's about as much as I could decorate for all this. But yeah, so that was kind of the first kickoff to delaying all of our content, and then this hits. Bob buys a house. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. Your camera's mirrored, Neil. I can't read that.
It's all upside down.
You got to write it in mirror.
Yeah, come on. Can't you do that? So that's kind of just a little update as to...
You're also muted, Neil.
Good.
The beauty.
I didn't even wrote it backwards on my end in prep for him having it already mirrored an accident. It says we hate him for leaving because he's a terrible person.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta love the joys of going live for the first time.
Oh,
another dog.
Pupper.
See, it's not I'm talking. Another dog appears, and I get distracted by puppers. So you do have to realize this is our first time going live and being live. Welcome to the chaos, I guess I will say.
Yeah, and so I didn't even think, I was telling the guys before, and I didn't think this through. If you're watching the video, I'm going to put it on YouTube after, but if you're here live and you see me, I keep looking this way because I put my camera here, but then everything I'm doing for the stream is over here. So hopefully the audio will at least sound good. We're just kind of limping along with what we got here.
It is the COVID-19 fix. Since we are all stuck here, we got to figure out some way to have this keep going.
Which is good, too, because then when we actually get back to it and kick off and start doing the regular shows again when you guys are in studio, I was going to be across the internet anyway.
Yes, you were.
So I guess we're kind of working those kinks out right now.
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
Exactly.
But hey, Klob, what have you been up to, man? How are you staying sane?
I'm watching a lot of movies. I just finished Castle Rock season 2.
Oh.
Which was awesome. It was as good as Castle Rock. It was I would say as good as season 1. It just took a while. Again, it's one of those things where it takes a while to get there. Got through the entire first season of Picard, which was, oh my god, awesome.
Really? I have yet to watch that.
Absolutely awesome. And I will even say that you can kind of get you can kind of get the gist of it without being a next generation geek like I am. But being a next generation geek like I am, there were numerous times where I cheered out loud, or I was the season finale, I damn near in tears. I was damn near weeping at the end of the season finale.
You went full fangirl, didn't you? Fangirl.
Full fangirl. I might have been wearing Star Trek outfits as well.
Well, that was just to play later with your girlfriend, right?
Yes. Other than that, we happened to be doing some spring cleaning in my girlfriend's basement. And we found her old Wii and her brother's old Sega Genesis.
Yes, classic.
So what I've been doing a lot of Mario Kart. I've also gone like back. I mean, this is classic Sega Genesis. Where we're on a live stream. Why not? Oh, I don't have any lights on in here. Where
He's taking us to the dark dungeon.
What up,
Clob's
MTV
finally
Cribs?
Uncle Clob is finally taking
where
us
if you
to the dark
look,
spot.
you can see the actual Genesis.
Jeez.
I haven't seen one of those in forever.
I know. I've been playing a lot of NHL '95, as well as a lot of a game called Golden Axe, which very kind of up the D and Dweebs alley, because it's basically a dungeon crawler. But
Nice.
I'd forgotten how. Hey, Mara wants to be on the podcast. I had forgotten how annoying it was with the fact that you can't save place in old video games.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to restart everything. So, like, even in NHL '95, I have to rebuild Pete Klavacek, defenseman for the Toronto Maple Leafs, every time I log into the game.
Oh, you're playing for the Leafs, eh?
Interesting choice.
Well, it's '95, so we don't have the Wild,
Oh, yeah.
and there's no North Stars.
Jeez.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to be Canada, though. Gosh.
Hey.
I was a Leafs fan in the '90s. When we lost the North Stars, I was a Leafs fan because Doug Gilmour, who played for the Leafs, was missing the same front teeth that I.
All right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, and so playing that, watched the complete first season of She, Princess of Power, from the good old school She-Ra, the original She-Ra, Princess of Power,
Okay.
which was kind of fun to go along and walk through. Other than that, a lot of walks with the dogs. I'm getting back into almost running. Paul, I know you've been running already. I'm not quite there yet.
Oh yeah.
And trying not to get down with all the news and stuff that's going on. Shock. All right, Neil, what have you been up to?
All right.
Other than watching your
My
dog.
is making a nest.
Is that what she's
Yeah,
doing, man?
She's making a nest of our guest bed right now. Yes. I
Mine
don't.
is currently growling for dinner. I'll be right back.
I understand. I think mine just wants attention right now.
I mean, she's getting it. She's the star of the show at this point. It's a dog.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave her over on the side there because she's more entertaining than all of us combined.
Yes.
But in prep, I wrote down some things, so I had some talking points
Nice.
to try to keep it semi on track here. Since we are, a book review podcast, I thought I could talk about a couple books too. And
What?
I know, right? So the first one I'll bring up here was, so all of us have been part of, a big D&D group for a long period of time, right?
Yes.
We all remember that. We've talked about it, mentioned it.
Yeah.
Good call there, Uncle Klob.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when we finished up, our DM started talking about how next he wants to do a Call of Cthulhu game. Don't know if you
Uh-huh.
two remember that.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So I've been
Yes.
reading up on some Lovecraft, getting ready for when he finally gets around to that thing. So that's been interesting. There's some winners and some eh.
And that's kind of been the
Yep.
consensus when we do that for the
Yeah.
Halloween special every year.
Luke,
Yeah.
you tend to love the Lovecraft, don't you?
I do. I usually do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
just
I'm
when I
usually
talk-
the one.
Yeah, you're
Nah,
always
I'm not a big fan.
poo-pooing the good stuff, Paul.
No, I love the Solomon Kanes, but
No,
the
that's really
Lovecraft.
No.
I don't know.
Otherwise, I'll just talk about a couple more things here. One, I think at least Klob will appreciate this one. The other two, I don't know if you read it yet or not, but the other day, because TV channels are weird, they played Jurassic Park 3, followed by Jurassic Park 2, followed by Jurassic Park 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Because it makes sense to go in reverse order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went and reread Jurassic Park just because I always like looking at how many elements they incorporated in the different movies, not always in the first one.
Mhm.
Fuck, did you ever read the first book?
Oh yeah.
I like how your sound is after your voice moving, just by the way. So I'm waiting for your reaction and then it appears.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Jurassic Park a good book to read? I've never read it.
I actually prefer the book in hindsight now. Because I
I
had
like any of those old Crichton books. Any of the old Crichton books, I think are all really good.
yeah. See, my favorite part about the first one, I mean, Paul, do you plan on reading it?
I mean, it doesn't really matter if you spoil it. If I enjoy a book, I will reread them over and over again. So
Okay.
go for it.
People who don't want the actual book version spoiled, turn us off for like 15 seconds, maybe.
It's been out for how many years? I hate to say it.
Oh, no one needs your opinion right now. And she's returned, and she's left. But anyway, in the book, everyone's favorite character of Muldoon survives. He does not die when raptors attack him. He doesn't even get the clever girl line.
Really?
Really?
Oh,
He lives.
clever girl. I don't remember his accent, so I just made one.
That was close enough. But
All right.
otherwise, like Uncle Clob, watching some TV, trying to get my fiance watching Hannibal now, because I really enjoyed that show when it was out.
Huh.
Not that I
watched
like
that
eating
yet.
people, just let's make that clear first up. Okay.
Hey, man, it
Just
might
wanna-
come to that with all this.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. And then what I've also been getting back into is getting my 3D printer working again, since I've got some time going through with some of the stuff. So that's been a lot of fun. So if anyone has some good things to try to print out there, please let us know.
How about a vaccine for COVID-19? Can you
I
3D
don't-
print that?
I don't think a plastic works for that. I feel
Yeah,
like that's even worse and possibly like anti-vaccine.
That might kill you. Yeah, I don't think you should be eating plastic.
Oh, well, there goes my strange addiction.
Strange Addiction. Have you been watching Tiger King, Clob?
Oh yes, I should have brought that up.
I was gonna
did
bring it up, so
watch
we would've
Tiger
got there.
King.
I was gonna do it right there. So, but that's so go ahead.
Actually a week ago today, I binged the entire season of Tiger King in one day.
Wow.
Because it's only like 9-10 episodes.
Yeah, it's short.
Oh, okay.
But or what 7, 8, whatever it is. But it's short, and yeah, oh my god, she killed him. She killed her husband and fed him to a goddamn tiger.
Hey, it would be an easy way to get rid of a body. I mean, come on.
Well, and they go into like this big detail about how tiger, and she does actually. The chick that's on there, Carol Baskins, goes into big detail about how tigers digest everything, including bone and things like that. And it's like, your husband just disappeared. And the thing that I couldn't get over is I thought it was a mockumentary.
Oh, really?
I thought it was, and then I'm like an episode in going, this is really weird for a mockumentary. And then I did some like research and I'm like, this is real. And then I found out that that the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic, was actually at our local mall here up in the Boondocks in 2008.
Yep.
Really?
He was at the little mall, not even the big mall, like a mini towns over, like the mall.
The mall.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's insane. If you haven't watched it, if you haven't watched it, once you get to the sex cult, then it becomes really good. But you gotta wait like an episode and a half or 2 episodes to get to the sex cult. And then once you get to the tiger sex
Clob, got it.
Yeah, it's
Tiger-
so Neil, I think you might have even listened to an episode or 2 of last podcast on the left.
Oh yes, I love that episode of the Tiger King episode.
Did they do
Haven't
one?
listened to it.
They did one, yeah. They did
Oh.
one of their short. Yeah, they did one of their not a deeper delve, but
Side story.
stories.
Yeah, well, so I guess I'm just used to, like, when it comes to weird stuff about, like, sex cults and stuff, I'm used to, like, that level of, like, depth and detail.
Yeah.
And I guess, like, on Tiger King, like, they're just like, meh, they're probably banging him. It's like, that's all that's, like, covered, you know?
But I love that. You know, there's another tiger guy named Doc Antilles, who is a doctor of spiritual medicine.
So
he
isn't
calls
he
himself-
the
so
one...
He's the long-haired guy who had the flavor saver for a while.
Yeah, he's the one with the sex cult, right?
Yes,
Okay, that's what I thought.
because he's got all these like college girls volunteering on his tiger preserve, and yeah, just absolutely beautiful women. And it kind of sounds like the way that you move up in the organization from just being a volunteer, like cleaning tiger poop, is you bang the head of the. If you bang the head of the institute, you can move up to like tiger training, and then eventually you're doing tiger shows in like weird tiger bikinis that he's picked up.
Huh.
I mean, it's definitely weird. It's just
Okay.
I've seen better quality documentaries. There's just so much stuff that's
Yeah.
kind of left up to like, man, we don't know what happened.
Well, and like the first half of the documentary is actually this guy who was a producer of reality shows and like an actual like big time producer of reality shows was like filming for a reality show about this Joe Exotic. And so that's why there was all this footage, and that's why they had a lot of things going on from like years ago. But no, if you haven't, I don't want to ruin anything. I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody because it is just so WTF.
Yeah.
Every like 3 minutes is something else.
I don't know. I knew I had
The dude's got a mullet and he's got and he's had 3 husbands.
Yeah.
2 of the husbands he had at the same.
Well, he ran for president.
Because you can buy him with meth.
No.
He ran for president like back in like 2016. They showed that bit from the John Oliver show. Like I watched that episode and like I totally just forgotten about him.
Well, when he dropped out of the race for when he dropped out for being president, the next year he ran for governor of Oklahoma, and he ended up with like 20% of the fucking votes.
Yeah, that was
Sweet.
nuts. Absolutely nuts.
You weren't the first one, Neil.
Sorry, Neil.
We can't say anything about trying to elect weird people, by the way. But not
we had Jesse Ventura.
The body.
Wait, that's on my generation. Sorry, guys. He came to colleges and yelled, and we thought it was fun.
Hey, we elected an independent. That's rare.
That's true. That's true.
Man.
So yeah, now that I've segued my side of what was going on into clubs, Paul, how's your months on end going?
Oh, the shelter in place has been an interesting time. I have been doing a lot of reading, actually. I have been going through the Wheel of Time series again. I love that series. I really do. It's just one big wheel. Yeah, one. I just go back to it every time. So if I'm ever bored and I don't really feel like I want to read a new book and just kind of have a book that I know and enjoy, I always go back to those. They're just a fun read for me.
Any of those shelves behind you that you haven't read yet?
On that shelf?
Yeah, how many haven't you read yet?
Oh, probably like 50% of them.
See, that's something you could read instead of rereading Wheel of Time multiple times.
It is, but the Wheel of Time is just a good, solid, I don't need to think, I don't need to remember anything, because I already know half of it. It's the I don't think part while I'm reading. So, I do have a lot of books behind me that I should be reading. But actually, for them, I would say about 3/4 of the books I've read. I'm upping it, because actually, one shelf is a Wheel of Time, and then another is a bunch of Clive Cussler and a bunch of other ones that I've read because they're just good, quick novels to read. I've also been playing a lot of Divinity Original Sin 2 with Luke. Yeah, with Luke over there, Luke and a couple others. It is just an enjoyable game to get my D&D fix in when, we all are away or having to do it over Discord or Zoom or any of those other things. It's nice. It's nice to be able to play Dungeons and Dragons, but not really. You can be a murder hobo if you really want to. You can kind of do what you want.
That's murder hobo. Oh, by the way,
what?
I really hate it when you guys murder hobo. By the way,
I mean, I try not to. I try not to when I'm in your campaign. I'm a cleric. I probably shouldn't be murdering a bunch of people.
Yeah, but you should also be helping the rest of the party instead of saying, I don't feel like healing you because you're an idiot.
I don't say that all the time.
Yes, you have.
Just some of the time. Well, when they're an idiot, I don't heal them. Yeah. Don't be an idiot, and I'll heal you. So it's one of those where I've been doing that, and I've been watching some Critical Role. That has been my go-to while I'm working from home. I'll turn that on. I'll watch that while I'm working from home, pause it to make the videos and post those for work. And it's been an enjoyable way to pass the 7.5, 8 hours of just kind of waiting around for emails. So that's been my good old way. So if there's any critters out there Well, I'm slowly catching up.
He's
Other than
actually wearing the hoodie.
other than you three, I know you guys watch. Klob, I don't think you've ever watched.
I have never actually watched Critical Role. That is on my list of, oh my god, I need something to do right.
It will suck up a lot of time. Just to let you know, the first 10, 15 episodes, the audio quality is not the best, but
No, it's bad. It's straight up bad.
yeah. But once they get going in their production, it gets way better. I mean, yeah, you know that it was them starting out, and they just rocked it. And now they're going on 4 or 5 years. So
Plus, I think.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or you could start at campaign 2 right from the beginning, so you wouldn't have to worry about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
that's true. I feel like there's some callbacks, though. I don't know. You could probably start a campaign 2, though. I don't know. That's where I'm in. Is campaign 2, episode like 53 or 54. It's been a good. Just turn it on and let it go while I'm at work.
Bud.
You let her rip. Luke, what about you? What have you been up to?
I'm gonna throw this out there for I know at least Paul and Klob. I watched the 2 most recent seasons of Doctor Who.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I am currently I'm currently about halfway through the current season.
Okay. And I don't know. I had a really good time watching it, even though I have to stop. So it's happened to me twice now with liking a Facebook page and then getting like an entire season spoiled.
Yeah.
Because of something that Facebook page posts. So I already knew what was going to happen through that Jodie's second season on Doctor Who. But I honestly I think if you don't know what's coming, it's probably one of like the best plot lines of any season of Doctor Who.
Really?
Because I'm not to that point yet.
I'm
I'm not either.
Much. And I really enjoy her as a doctor too. She's really good.
I do really enjoy her as a doctor.
Yeah, I think I'm through like episodes 3 or 4 of her, and it's been enjoyable watching her play the doctor. It is almost like a callback to that doctor that we all love. That's not too moody, not too crazy. Like she's got the craziness.
But don't piss her off.
Oh God, no.
But you piss her off, she will wreck your day.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I really like her portrayal. I really like her fun portrayal of the Doctor as she goes through, and I kind of really like what they're doing with some of the storylines even.
Yeah.
And I think the second season right now you can really see Jodie getting her footing.
Oh yeah.
And like the writers getting their footing on how to write for her and for her portrayal of the Doctor.
Yeah, because they brought in it's a brand new like head writer for her season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's a new name on the.
Yeah, and you can really feel it in the second season. I think that they're kind of hitting the stride, having her as the Doctor, and it's not just old Doctor scripts that now she's a woman and she's
right.
Yeah.
Right. And I do like they did a very good job on like her just explaining away that she's a girl. Like, wasn't it's like in that first episode they're like, why did you call me her? It's like, well, you're a woman. Well, does it suit me? Like she doesn't even like linger on it at all. It just moves on.
Yeah.
There's some line about like, well, I was an angry Scotsman like 3 hours ago or something like that.
Yeah. Did either of you guys get to the Captain Jack episode yet?
Yep.
Nope.
Okay.
Also something that was spoiled for me. I knew he was coming. I knew like what the big and bad guy was gonna be. I was so angry.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know any. The Captain Jack episode is the last one I watched.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But just having Captain Jack keep walking up to different dudes and being like, "Oh, I like your new face."
Yeah,
I'm not the Doctor. What? Hey, leave the neighbors alone, Mara.
The woe of doing this live. We get dogs. If Bob was here, we'd probably have kids yelling in the background at some point,
and a cat,
possibly a cat asshole at some point.
So yeah, the new Doctor Who season. I got through to Tiger King. Talked about that already. And then season 3 of the Ozarks. I know I brought that up on other Tavern Talks usually as it goes, but this season was delayed. Ozarks is usually like a fall show, and it just came out like last week, I think.
Wow.
It's really good. I think, for I always feel like season 3 for a show is kind of like make or break for it. Like, I mean,
Yes.
you can do one season, and it can be really good, and then season 2 it can be, whatever. But then like on the third season,
Or vice versa.
Right. It's usually in the third season you have all those characters that are kind of like, are the characters getting stagnant, or what's going on. And there was a little bit of it, but it still kind of kept me like on the edge of my seat while I was watching it, which has been really nice. Finished that up. Been doing a lot of uploading to our YouTube channel. I've got just past episodes we'll be posting. And I don't know if we have any people who are subscribed. I know we got 2 views on the wrong video that I had published, and then it subsequently took away and put the correct one back up there.
Oh crap!
Yeah. So I apologize, because it looked like somebody got through like a half an hour of the episode, and then I just took it away from them. But
So-
It happens.
This is how we lose listeners.
subscribers? I don't know what it is. On YouTube. That's kind of been it. Like I said, up until last Tuesday, I was still getting up and going to work. It was just the evenings I'd come home and have to sit in here, and I packed up and I moved 200 some miles so that I could like get out there and meet new people, and then this crap hits. I'm a little ticked about it.
Yeah.
You can always come home.
Many times. Please come home.
Not right now.
Paul and I are lonely. You can come quarantine with us.
2 weeks from last Tuesday, because there were a lot of people at my job when I was working there, so it's kind of didn't know that I really wanted to bring any of that home, especially with I don't want to get any of my family members sick. My family's getting older.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That is the smart thing to do.
Smart
Out when
move,
in doubt.
boys.
Always shelter in place, as is what they call it. You shelter in place.
Yeah.
And
Why the accent?
I don't know. I wanted to do it. I miss doing an accent. I don't
doing
have a
vocal
class.
work.
I don't have a classroom of students that want me to do accents. So I haven't been able to do them as much. Normally, the kids love the stupid random voices I make, and I don't have them saying that you should do this voice. So now it's like, well, crap. Now I'm just going to put it in conversation.
Gotcha.
The 80-year-old lady, when you're transporting them down somewhere, that they get a little weird when all of a sudden you're talking Irish. But I mean, hey,
She's having
What are
a
you
hard enough day, and you're just messing with her.
Yeah.
no, I don't do that.
She doesn't know
No,
where she...
I tell you, lassie, you're not having a stroke. What are you talking about? I wasn't talking like that.
Yeah. Never would I.
That'd be so mean.
Oh man.
But yeah, otherwise, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is just kind of our quick fix, and this was also a test run for once we get up and going and start doing episodes. Who knows how long this shelter in place or stay home order will last? So this,
And we swear, for the love of God, we're going to finish the book.
that's right. You guys
Finish
haven't
the
finished
book.
that.
We just haven't talked about it.
Actually,
Yeah.
I
We haven't
finished
done
the book.
second half.
I finished the book a long time ago. I need to go listen to the audiobook again, because I don't remember what the heck happened in it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Things.
regular content will be coming back, and I guess in the meantime we'll kind of keep throwing out these little supplemental things. Maybe we can actually have an agenda next time we hop on here and actually talk through some talking points. And I guess
Well, this is what happens when we're leaderless.
Oh, houses, they're complicated things, those things.
That's true.
true.
But yeah, so it's nice to always come back, say hi to people. We are going to start trying to do this a little bit more where we are in Twitch. So if you're around and you want to watch and listen, feel free to jump into the Twitch channel and post some comments, talk to us, and we'll probably make a comment right back to you.
Yep.
Now, Luke, are you able to watch previous non-live Twitches? This is how dumb I am about this.
Yes, they do have things called VODs, video on demand, and
Yes.
our channel will have those stored. I am also going to upload it to YouTube, strip the audio out, put them into our podcast feed. So this will be everywhere. So, and it's unfortunately, I'm sorry if you're listening to the audio and we're making reference to things we're seeing. I apologize.
This is Uncle
This
Bob.
is good.
Uncle Bob.
This is good for Luke.
Yeah, I don't want my skills getting rusty while I'm laid off, you know.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I think, are we wrapping it up, boys?
All right, I think we're wrapping it up. I think it's about time to do that. So again, we will be coming back with more content. We appreciate you still being out there. If you just found us, by all means, just find us. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Keep listening. We will have some actual real book content coming out here soon. As soon as we get used to, some of us are laid off, some of us are transitioning in weird portions of our jobs that we never thought we'd have to be doing. So there's a learning curve there. But we will be pushing out more book content. We will finish our Star Wars books. And
We finished.
Yeah.
and we will do that. We look forward to hearing comments from you guys. By all means, please hit us up on YouTube, hit us up on Facebook, hit us up on Twitch. Hit people on Twitch.
You can talk to us if you're going live.
I'm the old man. I barely got my webcam.
Your built-in webcam on your laptop.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's built in.
I will wholeheartedly say, by the way, thank you, Neil, for lending me the extra webcam. I don't have one on my nice desktop, so I was able to borrow one of Neil's.
Nice.
And I do love the fact too that we should, for those of you who are not watching the Twitch or not watching the video, I do really come across as the old man right now, as everybody has gamer headphones on, and I'm going through my earbuds from 3 phones ago.
Hey, it works.
All about being prepared.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Dungeons & Dweebs. There's even more adventuring to be had at our website, dungeonsanddweebs.com. We would love to hear from you. You can email us at dungeonsanddweebspodcast@gmail.com. You can also find Dungeons & Dweebs on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Find all those links at dungeonsanddweebs.com. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help spread the word by leaving us a 5-star review on iTunes. The music for Dungeons & Dweebs is Fatal Fight by Royalty Free Kings and can be found at their website, royaltyfreekings.com. Dungeons & Dweebs is a Tim Gilbert media production, copyright 2017, all rights reserved, and no part of the show can be reproduced, repurposed, or redistributed without the written permission of Tim Gilbert Media.